Hello and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. Yo, the show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today, guys, we're talking about energy. Got a lot of energy that Drake talked about so effectively. How producing energy and protecting energy, oh my goodness, is one of the absolute keys to enhancing one's productivity. So thanks for being here with us. For those of you who are new, allow me to say a few words about myself. I should also say this is, you can also go to productivethroughjoy.com to learn about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. We have a series of great workshops and webinars and really great services, guys. Just go to the website. It's all there. I won't go into the details of it now. Allow me to say a few words about myself as well. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, what else do I do? Author of the Pulitzer Prize nominated Animating Black and Brown Liberation, a Theory of American Literatures. I'm also the board president of the World Stage, a great nonprofit here in Los Angeles in the Crenshaw District. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergrad, my master's from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature from the University of California at Riverside. Guys, I'm an expert at being productive, all right? I don't say that to brag or boast. I say it because people are almost always surprised to hear that level of productivity in the context of my crazy story. I am the product of a young girl who was sexually assaulted in a terrible story at age 16, gave birth to me at 17, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to an amazing single divorcee when I was a month old. Who was amazing, yet at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Yo, difficult times for the young MD, yet as Cool Modi famously said, how you like me now? And if I can be this productive and be so through joy, I know that other people can in their own way be similarly productive. So I'm just grateful for the show, because I know it's not where you're from, it's where you're about to go. So thanks for being here with us. Let's dive into the topic today. We're talking about energy. And so point one is that you want to know that you can actually up level your energy. Some people think, some people think that other people just have energy. They seem so energetic. How do you get that energy? What's that energy come from? Well, some people may have more of what we can call a natural energetic vibration, but basically energy can be upgraded, right? But here's the key: you have to do it in. Well, let's say that first. That's point one. You have to know that your energy can be upgraded. You can actually enhance your energy. Well, how do you do that? How do you upgrade your energy? Which is point two. Well, you do it by tapping into what I call the internal infrastructure. We talk about, if you know this show, we talk a lot about meditation, about going in, about yoga, about working out, about finding ways to tap into the internal power system that you already have, right? Because there is a scientific element to this. If you're a runner, for example, you know that if you run distance, at a certain point in your run, we call it the second wind, but your endorphins kick in. You get kind of a boost of energy. We call it the runner's high, is what it's known in popular culture as the runner's high. You actually feel high, right? You get a boost of energy. Although you just ran like a mile, a 30 or 4th of your run, that the energy just kicks in because your body is being flooded with endorphins and other chemicals. And so that's just one kind of a pop culture example of what can happen. You can literally be tired. You can literally, after half of your run, 2-3 miles, you can then get this whole boost of energy. In a similar way, you can go within through meditating and other types of spiritual modalities and enhance your energy and get energized, though you should be probably pretty tired given what you've done that day. And so, again, reach out to us. We do various types of work around this issue, so reach out. And then lastly, here's the key: the energy must be authentic. I'm thinking about the rah-rah fake energy that you can see from people, which really turns people off. The thing is that your energy needs to be attracting people. Energy is a kind of attraction, but it can also repel people. And so for energy to be its most effective in terms of its expression in like a public sphere, right? So In my experience, certainly it takes people, it takes a team, it takes help to really have large scale abundance, to scale up in terms of being able to produce things that are at a very high level. And you want to be able to attract people to your team. Now, at times people do that by lying, stealing, or fear. Our president is good at that. He's good at lying and getting people to follow him through fear, intimidation, and just being rogue. His base likes that. I mean, it's really sick, but that's what they like. And so that thing has been effective for him, although that's not sustainable. Typically, because that's fake. That's not a real. That's like, you can't sustain that over the long run. Because people will get tired of it. It's just Trump is exhausting, right? So even the folks who are like on the fence with him are like, his true people, his true base, as he said publicly many times, he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and they still support him because he is a cult leader at this point. So it doesn't matter what he does, right? For them, but for people who are reasonable, who are thinking for themselves, think about it. He said that he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and they still support him, and that's true. They would. He could murder people in mass, and his people would. The core of his people, they would justify it. I mean, we know that now, much like Hitler was able to do. They'll justify the behavior. Well, the person shouldn't have been jogging through that public neighborhood. He didn't live there. He shouldn't have been going to that construction site like people have been doing every day for months. So people will justify murder if the murder is done by a cult leader and he's their cult leader. But that's not really a sustainable thing for most reasonable people, right? And so you have to have an authentic, which is point 3, energy, right? Because energy, when it's positive and beautiful and authentic, you're going to attract people, you're going to attract a team that's going to help you to do what needs to be done. And that's when life begins to be exciting. Building things in community is so much better than doing it by yourself. It's also easier. And you enjoy the process because you share the victories with other people as well. And in the creation of that joy, and then in its expression, first you create it through meditation, other types of spiritual modalities, and then you're able to literally express it in public. You're going to attract people to you because people are drawn to attractive energy. We're like magnets, right? When you can do that, you can really scale up your level of productivity in ways that could be extraordinary. So boom goes the dynamite. That's all we have for today's show. We'll see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.